Hey, and welcome to update 511. You might be wondering, why has the update taken so long? Well, we had some complications. More changes include moving several of the advanced options to the quality section of display, such as, object quality, tree quality, physics quality. All of these are general options, and I felt like anti-aliasing really is not a fine tuning setting. It is a main setting that needs to be in the main section. So it was moved over there as well as the new light options. I should go get a drink real quick. Honestly, I have no idea what happened to him. But hey, that's what I'm here for, to take over for now. Anyway, the update 511 comes with a bunch of fixes as well as some new features. None of the ones you probably want, but it does contain some fixes, improvements, new features, and also some reworks. So let's get right into it. The update, it fixes texture decoding issues that we have been having since 5.0. You know, when you zoom out and the textures just turn gray for a moment. That thing. It also fixes the light disappearing issue that some have been reporting. Turns out Lint Labs added a new setting to set a maximum amount of lights in the scene, and this value is set to different values according to your GPU class. And Black Dragon does not really use the GPU table system anymore, so it defaults to the lowest available setting, which is 8. You can probably imagine that 8 lights is not exactly enough to accommodate for all the lights in a normal scene. Um, you know, the new default now is 256, uh, but you will still have to fix it manually. You can do that by going into Preferences, Display tab, and changing the new setting, max light count, to, well, anything really. Any appropriate value. I don't know, just set it to the maximum. It doesn't really matter because technically speaking, deferred rendering was capable of rendering an infinite amount of lights before, so, well, 8,000 kind of replicates that. You will never ever probably have 200 lights or anything like that. Any kind of high number on a scene, at least not a normal one, unless you're griefing. So just set it to the maximum value. It just doesn't matter. Another big no-no was the inability to upload snapshots to your inventory. The viewer would get stuck on upload, and that's obviously not good in a viewer that is, for pictures, snapshots, that kind of thing. So that has been fixed as well. Also, setting baked textures should work again too. When you edit an object, you select a texture for any surface, and you have the 3 tabs: the normal inventory textures, the local textures, and the baked textures. Going into the baked texture tab and then trying to select any of these slots just didn't work. Obviously, that's fixed now. So, the poser has gotten a new feature. You can now symmetrize a pose, which is kind of like the mirror thing that we had before, except it's retroactively. So it will just take the left side currently and copy it to the right side. Uh, there is no way to copy the right side to the left side. That's something we'll get later. It is possible, but there's no option to do so right now. So just keep in mind left to right, not right to left. The action wheel, aka the pie menu, has been, let's just say, revamped. The peeps on Discord have seen some teasers already. It has gotten a complete visual makeover, getting rid of the hard rendered lines and replacing it with actual UI textures. This means the pie menu currently doesn't work well with the custom colors that you can set. That might be improved later down the line. Anyway, the selection will also feel a little different now that it's smooth and will snap to each of the pie sections. We'll see how that goes. Also, the biggest change to the pie menu, and I think a lot of people will actually love this, is the legendary back button. Yeah, a back button. It's just a back button. So, you know, you have the pie menu, you have your sub menus like manage, more, take off, or I don't know where. And when you navigate into one of these menus, you had to close the menu to get back out. Now you can just move your mouse into the center. There's going to be a back arrow. You just click it, and it will go back to the top main menu. Currently, you cannot go back one menu. Not yet. I might implement that too, so you can just keep spamming the back button to go all the way back, and ultimately close the menu. That's possible too. So if you click back and you're already in the top menu, the center back button will just be empty, and you will close the menu just like before. So a nice back button. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will think this is very useful if they ever going to use it. Honestly, I don't use it, but people wanted it. Here it is. It has finally arrived. We finally got the back button. So there you go. It's a back button. Okay, it just goes back. That's what it does. That being said, I'm always open for feedback. It's no guarantee that it will be added or even considered, but it's always worth a shot either way, because I can't think of everything, and having other people look into something, giving feedback, having a different angle of approach is always a good thing. So even if your feedback seems to be ignored, it really isn't. Even if your suggestions are being declined, it doesn't mean that, it's pointless to do so. I mean, as much as the viewer is a personal project, it is also shared with everyone for that reason, and that is you. And I would like to thank all of you for the continued support, your feedback, and the bug reports most of the time. And a special thank you to all the patrons with seemingly bottomless pockets that keep the show running. Thank you so much. As much as I like babbling non-stop on these videos, I think we should end it here, because there is still an update for you to download and enjoy. So yeah, I think I'll see you next time. I hope I didn't forget anything.